She was in the living room watching television when all of a sudden, when when the vice when the vice president, and the king of Silver Cat comes walking into his office, the king's office, and she was like, she says, Dad, I need to talk to you, and he says, yeah, okay, okay, listen, I need to talk to my daughter. I need to talk to my daughter. Do you mind? He says no. She says okay. He says okay. She says okay, cool. He walks. They walk into her room, to her temporary room for the weekend, and she says she says now before we talk about this, I'm going to need you to not freak out. And he says, okay, what do you want me? What do you want to talk about with me? Well, this, hello everybody. This is part 25 of the movie Revolution, and I hope you really, and I hope you will enjoy it. Let us continue. She says, okay, okay, now before you freak out, I'm going to show you some evidential, well, pictures. I'm going to show you some pictures. And so she went into her temporary closet and she, well, opened up the suitcase and she gave him some pictures that he could look at, some evidence. And she says, this is the evidence. This is the evidence. Um, I think they're having an affair, and I don't know what you want to do about this. And I have some more bad news. But first things first, But first things first, I think they're having an affair. And she says, well, he says, no, no, they're not. And he says, she says, what? So she says, what? And he says, well, listen, I was gonna tell you a little bit later. I was going to tell you, but since your since my wife died and your mom died, it wasn't a good time. Um, I have been having an arrangement between these two people. Um, now, now Peter is well, Peter is his girlfriend, and I am her husband, and we are friends, so we sometimes share each other. We would share her, and she says, "Is she okay with that?" And he says, "Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah." She agreed to it actually, and she says, "Okay, cool, wonderful." Now to the other bad news. Well, good news for you. Not that the first news wasn't good. It is a good news for me now. For the bad news for you, she says. I think they're trying to ban movies. And he says, what? And she says, no. No, they can't do that. That's not okay. That's against the law. No. She says, and then she says, yes. Yes, they're doing it. I don't know why. I have no idea why they're doing it, but they are. And he says, well, they always didn't like movies. They always had a thing against film. They always had a thing against films. And I don't know why, he says. And she says, well, wow, okay. You are not happy about this. And he says, no, of course I'm not happy about this. Thank you so much for telling me this, she says. And 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 we together will have a meeting about this. Don't you worry, don't you worry at all. You are going to school. You're going to keep going to school. Don't you worry about a thing, man. Don't you ever worry about that, she says. And then she says, well, I guess I gotta, well, I guess will take you back to the meeting. I bet it's very important, he says. And she says, and he says, yeah, yeah, but this is way more important. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to this meeting, but tomorrow we're gonna talk about this, man. We're gonna talk about this. Because this is not okay. And she says, yeah, I know, but it had to be done, she says. I know you were doing the right thing. You were doing the right thing. Don't you ever do that again, by the way. And he says, and she says, don't worry. This is a one-time thing. I hated doing it. I despise doing this. And she says, I don't like it at all. And he says, I know. So she opened the door for him. He left her room and went back to the King's of Silvercat's office. The King of Silvercat's office, and they had their meeting. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.